How are people with less severe disturbances treated? The treatment picture for people with moderate psychological disturbances has been more positive than that for people with severe disorders. Since the 1950s, outpatient care has continued to be the preferred mode of treatment for them, and the number and types of facilities that offer such care have expanded to meet the need. Before the 1950s, almost all outpatient care took the form of private psychotherapy, an arrangement by which an individual directly pays a psychotherapist for counseling services. This tended to be an expensive form of treatment, available only to the wealthy. Since the 1950s, however, most health insurance plans have expanded coverage to include private psychotherapy, so that it is now also widely available to people with more modest incomes. In addition, outpatient therapy is now offered in a number of less expensive settings, such as community mental health centers, crisis intervention centers, family service centers, and other social service agencies. The new settings have spurred a dramatic increase in the number of people seeking outpatient care for psychological problems. Surveys suggest that nearly 1 of every 6 adults in the United States receives treatment for psychological disorders in the course of a year. The majority of clients are seen for fewer than 5 sessions during the year. Outpatient treatments are also becoming available for more and more kinds of problems. When Freud and his colleagues first began to practice, most of their patients suffered from anxiety or depression. Almost half of today's clients suffer from those same problems, but people with other kinds of disorders are also receiving therapy. In addition, at least 20% of clients enter therapy because of milder problems in living problems with marital, family, job, peer, school, or community relationships. 10 have it all. 2013. Druss and Bornman, 2010, Druss et al., 2007. Yet another change in outpatient care since the 1950s has been the development of programs devoted exclusively to one kind of psychological problem. We now have, for example, suicide prevention centers, substance abuse programs, eating disorder programs, phobia clinics, and sexual dysfunction programs. Clinicians in these programs have the kind of expertise that can be acquired only by concentration in a single area. Psychotropic medications, drugs that mainly affect the brain and reduce many symptoms of mental dysfunctioning. Deinstitutionalization, the practice, begun in the 1960s, of releasing hundreds of thousands of patients from public mental hospitals. Private psychotherapy, an arrangement in which a person directly pays a therapist for counseling services. Prevention interventions aimed at deterring mental disorders before they can develop.